everyone, and we're back. This is Angel and the City of Glass. I'm your DM, Thunder Jones, and I'm going to let my players introduce their characters. For those of you who were not here last time, just do a quick reintroduction, and then we're going to have a recap of what happened last episode, and we can jump right in. We will start with the first person I see on my screen, Adam.
Hi everyone, I'm Adam. I am playing Zumael, an ASMR bard with a very religious but still very motivational aspiration and tone to their performances.
Great, fantastic, thank you. Beth.
Hello, I am playing Winifred. She is a goblin motivator bard, warlock. Yeah, that's all.
Great, fantastic. Eddie.
Hi everyone, I'm playing Izzy Leatherlung, who is the aspiring king of heavy metal under the patronage of the Prince of Darkness himself, who goes by Ozzy.
And casual, you can also go into the recap after you introduce your character.
Got it. I'm casual. I am Apollo Don, the shifter bard, beatboxing beastly barbarian. A little bit of meat and a little bit of beat, but I just love to move my feet. Yeah, that was a great introduction. So I guess and neat. Thank you for closing my rhyme cycle.
I know what's up. We know what's up.
Recap. I'm gonna do my best. So there were 4 adventurers, all musically inclined in their own right, some artistic talent. Zumael, Winifred, Izzy, and Apollo all wake up in the back of a carriage, confused of where they came from and how they got here. Their memory shattered and broken, but recollections of themselves maintained. And they step out of the car to find themselves under assault. Beasts similar to hellhounds and imps meeting these crystalline structures, combating one another. And with the aid of this party, some fighting, some rocking, and a good old-fashioned scolding telling them to go home, the imps and hellhounds vanish away. And these 4 adventurers are told that they must meet with the princess. A mild confusion, but a lot of elation of celebration, they all make their way through the clouds, and they appear at this gorgeous, elegant, crystal castle, almost as if it's built entirely out of nothing but crystals, in which each of them find out their favorite acoustic about the place. And they encounter the princess, whose name I don't remember too well.
Angel.
Angel. Duh. Wow, it's Angel in the City of Glass. I feel a little disappointed in myself. And Angel explains to these 4 bards that, wow, it's Angel in the City of Glass. They are no longer one of the living. A lot of shock comes with this news, and it comes with a little more eerie news. They find out that in this land of the afterlife, there seems to be danger still brewing. This city of glass, separate from this crystalline structure, seems to be pulling those with creative talents and energy away from their homes in this afterlife in which there are cities, kingdoms built after various colors where elements and beings of that work. Red, orange, blue, yellow, all based off primordials, celestials, infernals, matching their color tones. And these 4 are told that they may be able to help save whatever's happening, to discover who built this city of glass, who's behind it, and who's causing this afterlife of chaos. And of course, like any bard does, they charge headfirst through a door to find out what to do about it. And they choose the first visit, the Red Door, the land of fire and flames. Granted, there was no force of dragon in there. As they land on a boat of pure obsidian in a lake of lava. And Apollo, being what Apollo does, decides to stick their hand directly in there, and it doesn't seem to really burn. Uncomfortable, but doesn't burn. And it teaches them all that everything may not be as it seems. And they eventually meet the domain leader of the Red Kingdom, who has henceforth been renamed Cake by Winifred, after a high five gone awry where he kidnapped his hand. And he explained more that each of these kingdoms have been experiencing people of creative talents being kidnapped, taken, and the counter slowly pulling away from their home to the City of Glass. And seeming that every other kingdom experienced this, the 4 bards realized that the only choice they might have is to be kidnapped themselves. And as they sail away from this island with the Red Domain leader, they all decide to serenade themselves with the popping, rocking, beatboxing, and poetic nature, all hyped by Winifred with Zumael's orchestraical, beautiful voice and the strumming of the metal lord to be Izzy. Just as something pops from the surface of the lava lake. DM, lead us forward.
That was a fantastic recap. Thank you very much. Yes. So, just as he said, you are all on this obsidian boat, and you've just gotten done serenading yourselves with this beautiful song and with the Goblin Motivator. And out from the lava lake has come these two creatures, and I don't really know how to describe them. They look like they're made out of glass, but also at the same time two of them look like snakes. One of them looks like this giant, almost mechanical creature, but they all look specifically made out of glass. And they're coming at you very, very aggressively. How would you like to handle this? Would you like to go straight into initiative, or what's
So confirming how many glass creatures?
3.
3.
2 of the snake-like ones and 1 of the mechanical-like one.
Probably don't have time to discuss whether they're glass or crystal, do we?
Yeah.
It was an important conversation to have.
They're specifically, you can see through them, which
Right, so
is
there's
something
no
that
facets.
you couldn't do with the crystalline creatures.
That was a key fact that I remember was brought up before. And they're just riding across the lava basically right now.
Mm-hmm.
We're on a boat in the middle of a lake.
How far
Look,
away
we
are
have
they
new
currently?
friends coming. Come
Let's hope they are
on.
friendly.
They're not friendly.
Well,
They're
then,
smiling like this.
That could be construed as a snow, which is not friendly. Also, they may be from a very unsavory and glass place.
As a
Let
pulse
us wait.
turns
Let us
brown.
not attack unless lest we are attacked first.
Yes, good idea.
And Paulo will hold, just if possible, hold an action if any of my companions or myself are actually threatened with physical harm. I will retaliate with the force of 1,000 beatboxes.
Absolutely, you can do that.
And Izzy, still fully refreshed after this last jam session that they just had, is going to have their mighty axe ready and is going to start just doing a gentle little strum. But that strum is going to start filling with energy as I hold an action to let out a shatter the moment they're in range.
Okay.
I hold no actions,
No actions.
just hands out.
Hold no actions, but just like judgmental. I'm watching you, eyebrows. Unaware of my friends and their preparations.
Yeah, and also,
Right,
I did my bonus action to shift, so my fur is now denser, more thick as my pelt expands, still maintaining the brown fur.
Okay, got it. So these creatures will come forward, and continue riding towards you as quickly as it looks like they can. If somebody would like to roll me a nature check on what these snakes are, you could
I'll do it.
Nature? If only it was any
Yes.
wisdom skill.
Let's see. Nature check. Oh, I should be so much better at that than I am. Ooh. I got a 10.
They're smiling at us.
It's some sort of snake. That is pretty much all you can tell.
It's so pretty.
I got an 11. Does that give me any more information?
It is some sort of fiery snake.
A 17 plus 4 is 21. It's really, really...
It is a fire snake.
That's better than what I got. I got a 1, so.
It is a fire snake. Specifically, it is an elemental. If you are looking for vulnerabilities, if anybody can cast anything that does cold, it's very vulnerable to cold. And also, typically, they try and keep to themselves unless, provoked, which theoretically you haven't really done anything to provoke anyone because you've just been sitting in the boat. So,
And yet they are charging at us aggressively right now.
correct.
Zubael, you look like you know what these are.
Fire snakes. Flame beings. Not something I wouldn't expect from this part of the afterlife, but they seem aggressive in glass, so perhaps they were ones that were from here taken to the city, and they're getting faster. They're
Well,
getting
if
closer.
they keep making their way over here, they're going to make some aggressive pyrotechnics.
Let's hope it's not
Worse.
needed. I'm sure that they will be the subject of a great show.
They're getting closer, you guys.
Mm,
They're still. It look like they're still smiling to you.
Maybe they're supposed to come. They're gonna capture us.
They're smiling because they're expecting our demise, but we'll give them no such satisfaction.
Smile back.
that's still not a smile benefit, but your spirit is
We have to
infectious.
smile at them.
You can if you want to. You don't have to.
And Apollo makes this extremely toothy grin, but since they look like a shifter or a werewolf, their teeth are just gnarled fangs that they're just like.
That is such a good smile. Yes.
I'll
You
activate
snarl.
primal
Hello,
savagery
cousin.
so that my
Just hello,
fangs
cousin.
grow as well.
Thank you.
So looking at that, they're gonna charge even faster towards you. Eventually they will be within range, Izzy. So would you like to do your shatter?
Oh, yes. See, the moment that they are within range and I can tell that they are close enough for me to do so, I strike a power chord. Hey-ya! And an ear-shattering ring wails out towards them. They need to make a con save.
Okay, so what's the DC?
DC is 15.
Okay, so 2 of them make it. The mechanical looking creature does not make it.
The mechanical looking creature does not make it, so the one that does not make it will take 13 thunder damage.
Okay.
And the ones that succeeded will take half of that.
Great. So at that, and I round up for damage for when it's halved for when you're attacking something, and then I round down when something's attacking you.
Yeah, that's ever in your
What a
favor.
nice DM.
Very nice
Right.
DM.
Oh, sweet merciful DM.
Okay, so this is where we're gonna roll initiative, and those of you who also had held actions can use those as well.
Excellent. So let me roll initiative and then do my and then hit him.
That's what I rolled for my initiative.
Just no.
Just no.
No.
Okay, I feel better about my natural 8 now.
There we go.
All right, so Winifred got a 17.
I wasted my natural 20.
Goblin dexterity.
Apollo, what did you get?
A natural 20 for 25.
Oh,
Jeez.
Wasted
so much
already.
faster.
Samael
11.
and Izzy.
My no comes out to a 5.
Okay.
With my reckless, because they're within range for me to beatbox their face.
Yeah.
Will a 17 hit?
Which one are you attacking?
I'm assuming whichever one's closest, but I'm assuming it would be one of the glass snakes probably made it closer.
Yes, that will hit one of the glass snakes.
Excellent.
So there are 2 glass snakes, and then there's another mechanical thing.
Yes, but all of them look like they're made out of glass.
The one looks like a mechanical thing
Ooh.
made of glass, while the others are like
Correct.
fire snakes made of glass.
Yes.
Very cool. Okay.
That's going to be 7 of bludgeoning.
Okay. Great. Is it magical bludgeoning?
You know, if only it was, but my hands ain't magical.
Okay, so it looks like it doesn't take as much damage as it should.
Ooh.
Well, looks like it's about to get disrespected.
Okay. Well, it is your turn again because you are the first in the initiative order. So,
Okay. So here's what I want to do, and I'm going to try to be creative, and you let me know if it's okay. First off,
Sure.
I'm going to activate my rage, which activates my wild magic. We'll see what happens. Wild surge. D8. I don't know what's going to happen. Wild surge 2. That means I teleport up to 30 feet to an unoccupied space I can see, and until my rage ends, I can use this effect on each of my turns as a bonus action.
We're in a boat.
Yeah.
Yep, doesn't matter because Apollo cannot control their magic. So I am going to teleport 30 feet above the glass snake that I just punched.
okay.
And then, as I'm in the air, I'm going to go, and I want to magically create, using my the ability of creation, to create my equivalent of brass knuckles, and it technically creates it's a magical item technically.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
And I'd like to just drop this 30 feet and literally drop just a hard fist into the glass snake.
You can absolutely do that. Give me an attack roll at advantage.
Yay! All right, at advantage, because this is what I call a sunset strike. That's 28 to hit.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, plus rage damage. That's going to be
Plus 3d6 from falling.
Yup. So
Yes.
it's going to be 12 bludgeoning plus how much for falling? Plus 13, so 25 total with this sunset strike.
Okay, well, you are going to take half of that 13 as well.
Which is fine because I'm also raging, so I'm going to take round down. So that'd be 6. We round down on that, right?
Yes. So you end up taking 3 damage.
Beautiful.
And the fire snake shatters.
And Apollo falls into the lava lake.
Correct. So you fall into the lava lake.
Swim.
I'm going to dog your middle lake.
And it actually feels right now like you're swimming in hot cocoa.
Don't drink it, don't drink it, don't drink it, don't drink it, don't drink it. Okay.
For as a point of order, there was a reaction I might have been able to take if you would allow it.
Sure, yeah. What reaction would you like to take?
Fearing the perpetual loss of my drummer once again, Izzy is going to instinctively strum down on another power chord. Yo! Don't you go down like that! And is going to cast Featherfall on Apollo.
Ah.
I
Okay.
take no fall damage.
Yes.
Very nice.
But
take
you
that.
still fall into the lava.
Yeah, you know,
That
I
checks.
think that's okay.
Just
Can't blame a
gently.
bard for trying. I didn't say it would work.
Sort of ease into it like a boss.
Yeah, just
Yes. It's a lava lake bath. Yep. All right, great.
That's what I call a bath bomb.
Okay then.
Sure. We'll go with that. Cool. So
Yeah, that's
that
it
means
for
it is
me.
their turn.
Oh.
And they're gonna
Oh.
both go after Apollo.
No, that's fair. That's fair.
Oh boy.
That's expected, actually.
So the fire snake, the other one, is going to try and bite you and hit you with its tail.
I mean, that's fair. That's fair.
Does a 17 hit?
That does not.
Okay. For the tail, does a 19 hit?
It does not.
Really? All right. Okay. For
As
the other one.
Disappointed DM faces.
It's the power of the donkey paddle. It's very distracting. Especially because I'm raged. So I'm almost closer to like 8 feet tall. Just.
Right.
Come on!
I need you to make me a dexterity saving throw.
Okay. I have advantage because barbarian. +2, +3, 30.
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
What?
Sure. Sure.
Barbarian.
Yeah. Cool.
You were made for this.
So this mechanical looking creature, which now that you get a closer look at it, you actually realize that it looked mechanical because of how much armor it's covered in.
Right.
So, they're still going to do damage to you because they cast a spell, and basically in this 10-foot diameter cylinder, there comes down this fiery radiant light and hits you with flame strike. But you saved on the saving throw with the 30, so you only take half.
I would like to use my reaction to use Shield Master Evasion. If I can take half on success, I take no damage.
Okay, you take no damage. Yep.
Aggressive.
Sure.
I am
Raging
dog pedaling.
Donkey paddle.
Sure. Why not?
How have you avoided so much damage so far?
Doggy paddle. Saves lives.
All right, so Winifred, go ahead. It's your turn.
Where Winifred would normally try to charm the creatures or talk to them or make them a pet, she sees that they have lashed out at Apollo, and she is 100% convinced that Apollo is dying because, she's seeing all this happening, but she doesn't realize that they've not taken damage. So she is going to, in an absolute panic, kind of bring her hands together and hold on, run, and shriek out an incantation and send what looks like a skull out of her hands with flames shooting out of the eyes, and throw right at whatever creature is closest to Apollo. This is my Eldritch Blast. So that is going to be a 22 to hit.
Yeah, definitely.
And 10 damage.
Okay, so 10 damage to the fire snake.
And then I think they have to make a because it's 10 force damage. And then do they have to? No, never mind. I thought it also like threw them back or something like that.
No,
First time playing a warlock.
Incantation. Okay. Broke my pencil. Okay. This is why I have pencils next to me. Great. Fantastic.
And then I'll continue to like reach for Apollo and try and help them get into the boat faster.
Okay. Yeah. If you want to take your movement, you can pull them into the boat.
Okay, I'll jump into the lava to try to push them up into the boat.
Sure, you could do that, or you could just pull them into the boat too. But jumping into the lava is totally okay.
He's gonna jump into the lava to try to push them into the boat.
That's the logic.
Apollo, somehow this tiny little goblin pushes you up into the boat. You just get like
More power to you. Whew. Apollo, a big one.
We're not quite sure if Apollo just actually climbed into the boat, if Winifred did anything.
Right.
But...
Winifred's like, I got this. Apollo's like,
It's the spirit what counts.
Apollo's like, it's like a 2-foot ledge.
I'm already standing. Like when you're standing in shallow water, like I'm already standing. I got this.
End of turn.
All right. So, everyone on the boat, or beside the boat, which I guess there is everyone now. You start to hear this buzzing, and now
No, I checked this thing earlier.
There's something new coming.
And now these giant, they are giant for what they are, but they're not huge. They're small little fire beetles. Climb their way onto the sides of the boat and up into where Zumael and Izzy are. And there are 4 of them, and 2 of them are going to attack each of you.
Oh, yay.
There's things climbing up the side of the boat, you guys.
Not good.
Zumael, does a 17 hit you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Will a 10 hit you?
No, it will not.
Okay. And Izzy, 17 and 16.
Those will both hit.
Okay. Izzy, you will take 8 damage.
Ow!
And Zumael, you will take 5.
Okay.
They don't do a lot of damage. They're just annoying. Cool. Great. That was Zumael's turn.
Offended and surprised by beetle-looking things coming up. Looking to Izzy, seeing that they're unwell. The motion to draw the gleaming sun sword will come forth. So bonus action to cast spiritual weapon, and then use the main attack action to do the weapon strike with it. Reminding
love
myself
it.
things with the stuff. We are actually gonna cast it at. We're going to cast it at 3rd level just to make things a little bit more spicy. Probably we open things up and have our turns prepared because we're good at this.
Nice. You're all good. I will say, Izzy, you are up next. So whatever you want, if you want to have prepared, just do totally cool.
Okay, so I'll make a melee spell attack against one of these bugs right in front of me.
Great.
That's a 26.
Yes.
And it is going to take 2d8 plus my charisma force damage. So, 10 force damage to the bug that did bite me.
Yeah. You disintegrate the bug.
Cool.
And there is no longer 4 bugs. Now there are 3, because one of them is a pile of ashes. So yeah. The bugs, like I said, they don't really do much. They're just annoying. All right, fantastic. Izzy, you are up next.
Great. So Apollo's back in the boat now, right?
Yes.
Great. Then that changes what I was going to do there then. So with our new little buggy friends on the boat, Izzy's going to turn his attention over to our flaming beetle friends. Is going to make his way so that he can avoid getting our good friend Zumael in the crossfire because that sword is so epic and we don't want to distinguish their fiery glory. And we're going to just bring out our guitar my axe once more and just dun 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 dun, and is going to blast out a thunderwave at our buggy friends.
I love it. Yes, absolutely. You can do that.
They need to
You
make
can
a
actually
con
hit
save.
all three of them with that.
Excellent.
I hide on the side of the boat from it.
You're like,
And I
loud
will
noise.
say, the boat does not take any damage from the thunder wave, as it is made out of obsidian.
Excellent. That was something I did not think through, and I'm very glad to find out.
It'd be real awkward if we're all doggy paddling.
Yay.
Two of them fail, one of them succeeds, although I suspect it won't matter.
Yeah, because on a success they take half. Total damage is going to be 14. So the fails take 14. The success take half of that.
Yeah, you disintegrate all of them.
Excellent.
So there are no more buggies.
We still have 2 snaky friends though, right?
You have one snaky friend and what was formerly known as the mechanical looking one, but what is actually the armored one.
And it's just the one left, right?
Yeah.
Well, we're gonna go ahead and give our barbarian friend some help and change our key tone. Faster than a bullet, terrifying scream, and raging ball of anger, you're half creature, half machine. And give you some bardic inspiration.
Yeah.
Yes.
I am ready.
I'd love it. I love it so much. Okay, that's fantastic. That actually means Apollo, it is your turn.
So there is one snake close to us, and then the armored person's a little behind, like away from the boat.
Yes.
So Apollo, in their full furry, voracious glory, is going to punch the snake.
Love it. Cool.
I am only going to do it recklessly because that's the only way to do things.
Obviously.
That's an 18 to hit.
Yes, absolutely.
That is going to be... Give me good damage, please. +2, that's 14 bludgeoning.
You shatter this snake as well.
And then I'm going to bonus action and accidentally teleport myself 30 feet above the armored guy and go for another sunset strike.
Do it. Yeah. Okay. Go right ahead. You have advantage again.
Recklessly as always, 22 to hit.
Yes.
And then that is that plus the 3d6 again.
Yes.
It's 9 plus 15, so 24 total.
Okay. Great. Cool.
And
Yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry.
That'll be it. Yeah, that's all I can do.
Fantastic. I need you to make me a charisma saving throw, Apollo.
Ooh. Oh wait, no, I'm Bard. That's okay. Ooh. My Bard brain kicked in. I was like, oh, this is bad. I'm like, wait, no, I'm a Bard. I have stuff for that. That's 18.
Okay. You start to feel yourself almost like your brain was leaving, and then you kind of shook yourself back.
Yeah, that's a common occurrence in my life, as I will use a little moment to doggy paddle back to the boat.
Okay, sure. Well, I mean, you are still directly next to the person, so if you doggy paddle away, they will get an attack of opportunity against you, and it will be at advantage because you were reckless.
This is true. You know what? I'm gonna just doggy paddle around it in a circle. I'm gonna use my full movement to just go around it
Okay.
in a full circle. I'm gonna use confusion doggy paddle.
Got it. Perfect. Sounds like a plan. Cool.
Doggy paddle.
That's it.
That means it is Winifred's turn.
I'm gonna try something that I don't think will work, but I'm gonna do it anyways. So I'm gonna see Apollo, splashing around.
Oh God!
And I'm gonna send my mage hand out to
Okay.
go over to the creature and push its head under the lava. Just like hold it under the lava until it stops moving. Does anything happen if I do that?
Lava board the creature.
Making a note, new song, Drowned by Lava.
Drowned in lava.
Go ahead.
Drowned with. Oh.
Drowned with lava.
Drowned with lava.
Go ahead. Make me an athletics check.
Okie dokie. I will do that. Athletics. Oh my gosh. Okay, here we go. Still not a go. Okay. 7.
You basically, instead of pushing his head underwater, you like pat him on the head aggressively. You
Yeah,
basically,
monster.
instead of pushing his head underwater, you like
Tracks,
pat him.
tracks.
I will
On the
say
head.
you do 1 point of damage because you just keep aggressively patting him on the head.
Fantastic. The lava's like splashing around them as I'm just like hitting it with my mage hand.
It's an aggressive high five.
And then can I use my movement to climb the rest of the way back up into the boat?
Yes.
Or is
yes,
that
you
an
can do
action?
that.
That would be okay.
You can use your movement.
In and like shake off like a wet dog. Just
And then shake
And-
off all of the bits of bed bug.
yes.
Hmm.
End of
Um,
turn.
Bedbug lava
amazing.
soup. Hmm.
Ew, 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 ew. Zumael, it is your turn.
How far is Apollo versus armored thing? So I can float the spiritual sword out there.
It's 10 feet. They're 10 feet away.
Okay, that's fine. I will use my bonus action to let the sword sort of drift out there and then make another attack with it.
Go right ahead.
Ooh, okay, that's a 22.
Yes.
Yay.
Absolutely yes.
So, well, you're just going to see this like long, thin, gleaming golden sword just arc over and then swipe down for next to minimum damage. Yay! That is 6 force damage.
So actually, you smash and shatter this armored creature.
Oh, look at you.
That was epic.
That was very effective.
Is it over?
I
Apollo!
assure you, it was an accident.
Come back over here, Apollo!
Come, friend, we'll help
Wait,
you.
I can help you again.
And I jump back into the lava and
Is
begin
that-
to push
with it-
Apollo from behind.
Quick, grab onto this. And Izzy's going to extend out the sharp end of their axe.
Yeah, and Apollo's like totally grip.
Go ahead and take 1 point of piercing damage, Apollo.
What's half of one? 1. That makes sense.
Hope you got your
Yes.
tetanus.
Oh.
Right.
You do now, either way.
And then all of you are able to get back into the boat. And the princess, you hear the voice of the princess. She says, "You need to be careful."
Does she sound like the princess or does she sound like Mima?
She sounds like the princess.
Oh, okay.
And then basically this hologram of the princess. A piece of it comes from each of your crystal necklaces and kind of comes from the necklaces and appears in the middle of all of you. And she says, "You really should be careful about killing these creatures."
They were gonna kill us. Were they? Oh no.
Well, I mean, using lethal force rather
Defend
than
them.
something else.
My fists aren't normally lethal, but small things go boom when I hit.
And that's okay. You did nothing wrong. But these creatures are being controlled. And if you use lethal force, they are automatically sent to the 4th layer of the 9 hells.
Yes.
Well, that's rather inconvenient.
Punch less hard. Okay.
Apologies, Princess. You did explain this. I'll absent our judgment.
No worries. I just wanted to remind you because I would rather not get the reputation of just automatically sending my subjects to hell.
Do we go get the pieces of them and put them back
I
together?
don't think that would help, I'm afraid.
Unfortunately, no, as it was their essence that went to hell rather than themselves.
So they also have layers.
As Apollo's taking some of the dust pieces and trying to like compress it back into something. I fix you. I
I'll
fix
help.
you.
It's not working, Apollo. It's just making my hands dusty. And yours.
I didn't mean to send them to hell. I'm sorry.
It's okay, Apollo. You did nothing wrong. I'm just reminding and helping. You are helping me, and I'm trying to help you.
Zumael, you do
Yes,
the
but-
things, and they're like "Ooh." Can't you like pray over them or something? Don't you have like a "Ooh"?
I can wish them a safe journey downwards, but I'm afraid my magic was never strong enough to return them to life or afterlife.
Well, if you feel like saying a few words, we can at least give what's left a proper send-off.
Of course, gather together what we have, the dust, pieces, anything.
Like reach into the lava to find any floating pieces of glass. It's like
You gotta use like a sifter.
I don't know. This sort of thing isn't usually my forte. So I mean, perhaps you might say something, and then
I've
I
presided over passings. It's sort of loosely gather all of the dust and the shards of glass and lightly hold my hands over them, and a yellow light slowly starts to light the area, and fractals sort of start to reflect off in all directions. Yes, thank you, Winifred.
Oh, helping.
You are. It's true.
and
Good to be close to them.
Izzy is going to do undistorted, cleanly, a very soft serenade on their axe to accompany your words.
Departed. There is no ill and no malice felt towards you as you make the journey to the next world. Our thoughts and our goodwill go with you, as we know that your journey will be difficult. Bask in the sunlight where you can. The dawn will illuminate the land for us all. Be at peace.
And upon Zumael's final words, Izzy is going to strum a particularly high soulful note on the axe and is going to cast Prestidigitation to create a small puff of wind to send the ashes off on their way.
Really sweet. I like that. and the princess will say thank you, and then the image of her will dissipate into kind of a the sound of a wind chime.
You think we could just talk to her whenever we want? She lives in our necklaces.
Perhaps she's
Like
aware of what we're doing.
Apollo kind of puts it close to their mouth and tries to like put it on, chewing on it.
I don't hear
do
any
that?
screams of pain.
As Apollo's form starts to finally shrink down, since rage has to end, since we didn't fight, with fur turning white. So we need to find a way to get to the city glass without hurting the glass, breaking the glass, and without getting hurt ourselves, so we don't go there.
If somebody was controlling them, does that mean that somebody's trying to hurt us?
They
Wouldn't
may
be
be
an
aware that,
unlikely. Go for it.
sorry, friend. They may be aware that we gave them the slip, and they may be trying to reacquire us or silence us.
And Apollo's fur is going to start to glow softly as for the hell of it. I'm going to use magic awareness. If there's any magic within 60 feet besides my allies, I would be able to sense it, assuming there might be something close by.
Well, I will say specifically the whole area lights up. But there's nothing.
Yeah, I can find out if you have any spell or magic item within 60 feet.
Sure. There's one thing specifically that you notice. There seems to be some sort of shroud over top of all of you.
Like just us specifically, or like in this area?
Just you specifically.
Can I determine which school of magic, or yeah, I think it says only if it's a spell I can determine school of magic.
It is a spell. And what's weird about it is you can't determine what school of magic it is.
As I take the crystal and kind of nod again. Princess, are you casting magic on us besides these crystals?
The princess will then talk in your head. I'm not casting any magic upon you other than the crystals. The crystals do have magic in them to protect you and to allow me to talk to you. But nothing other than that.
Somebody's doing bad magic around us.
How do you know?
Because I'm not like most people, I feel magic differently. I feel magic. It's like heavy blanket.
If you can feel it, do you think maybe you can sense the source?
I'm going to lean out the boat and kind of make, like, I don't know how far we are away from Cake, but I'm going to kind of, if I'm able to.
I mean, you can do it in that direction, but you're much further away than being able to see him.
I can't necessarily track source. I just can feel magic within a certain distance of me, and there's magic above us and only us.
Can we see anything when we look up, or is it just from the...
No, Apollo, when you look at it closer, you realize the shroud is specifically a very dark gray.
Like a dark gray, similar to like the tint of the glass creatures, or the glass creatures are more like truly transparent clear.
So the glass creatures were like a red glass, because that was their original color.
See it in class.
This is translucent, so you can see through it, but it's not transparent. And it seems to be much darker than anything that you have seen in this kingdom, besides obviously the chair that was created for Izzy, but it's not the same color.
It's like a cloud, like made like glass, but not. It's really dark, and it's.
You say it's up there?
Mm-hmm. It's right above us.
I'm gonna shoot a web up where Apollo says that there's magic.
So you shoot a web up where Apollo says there's magic, and it like shoots up and then comes straight back down on top of you. And so you are trapped underneath the web.
I am trapped under my own web spell. Got it.
It's Is it the full 60 feet up, or is it like within 30 that I can feel it?
So basically, it's like surrounding each individual person.
Mm-hmm. Can I reach it?
You can try and touch it, sure.
Yeah, Apollo's gonna definitely touch it.
Okay, so you reach out and you place your hand upon this shroud, and it feels like you have resistance, but your hand is able to go through. So it just takes a little bit of pushing.
What does it feel like on the other side? Like, or can I still see my hand, or does it feel like it's going through? I don't know. Like, not like a portal, but like, is it vanishing?
So it's not vanishing. You can still see your hand. Everything feels normal. And make me an insight check.
Oh, thank goodness, something I can do.
Do the first two. I don't know what you're talking about.
Look, you said investigation at some point. I have a -1. I was scared. I am still shifted, so that's a 22.
Okay. So it feels a lot more normal than inside the shroud does. Inside the shroud, you realize the hairs on your back, the back of your neck, are standing up. It feels like you're being watched. It feels like there's always someone behind you. And on the outside, when you kind of feel the difference, it feels very normal outside of the shroud. And you didn't notice it until you felt the difference.
I think they found us.
Those are
Maybe
glass.
we should go fast.
We have to go fast.
When you say that, the boat starts like zooming along.
And the shroud is like still above us, right? Like I still feel it, just kind of there.
Well, yeah. So it encompasses each person. So imagine Lord of the Rings web encasement style.
Oh.
And each person is encased in their own shroud.
I don't think there's anywhere we can go. Wherever we go, they found us, and now they're watching. They're here.
So do we just take this straight to them then?
It all feels very personal and direct that they've encompassed us the way you're describing. And yes, I believe we should.
I think our performance got their attention.
So where do we go?
Do we look for the secret door, or we just walk up there and go in? The front door.
Walk up there and go in. Got it.
Yes, because we're still searching for the secret door, but that's going to be in one of the kingdoms that may take too long to search for. We need to approach them more directly. Hope for the best.
Walk up there and say hello. Walk up there, say hello. Walk up there, say hello. Got it. Great.
Okay, we can do that. But do we even know how to get there from here?
Do we know how to get there from here?
That's a great question.
I'd like
Because I remember we saw what the City of Glass looks like, but that was through a projection. And we know
Yes.
roughly where all of the places are in this kingdom. We don't know where it is in relation to.
I mean, if we
It does seem like a pretty big flaw in our plan.
they found us, and I'm kind of tired. Maybe if we just wait, they'll show up.
We could always try the green door. It's lucky. Green is lucky.
Make
I
an
like
Arcana
green.
check, Apollo.
Ooh, it's intelligence. 12?
You have a feeling that this shroud has been here since when you got captured.
I think they know everything. As Apollo starts kind of like reaching out and like grazing the shroud, they've been here the whole time.
Well, if they know that we've been here the whole time, then maybe they might be able to hear us now and come get us.
We summon new beings of the City of Glass.
Reach out and touch faith.
Would something like lesser restoration get this off of us? I'm gonna try.
Who are
What?
you gonna try on?
You said they're all above us, right, Apollo? Like right? Like am I touching mine?
You're
Right
reaching
now.
for it. Yes, it's consuming each of us.
Consuming.
Oh God. Lesser restoration.
So you cast restoration.
It's on me.
Yeah.
I'm not into the air.
Make either a religion or an arcana check, Winifred.
All right. Trying to do everything on my D&D Beyond sheet today. Religion or Arcana. Oh, no. Oh, no. To both of those. Okay.
Oh no.
Oh, no. Again.
You're-
6.
Oh no.
Or maybe I do shoot it into the air.
Apollo, for a moment, you see Winifred's shroud go white, pure white, and you can't see through it anymore. And then it returns to its original color.
Did it work?
No,
Did I get it?
it wasn't enough, but I have an idea. Winifred,
He's got an idea.
can you do that on me?
Yes. Boom.
I believe in you as I give you a bardic inspiration because just in case.
Okay. Go ahead and roll one of those again,
All right.
Winifred, or you can try and pitch to me what skill you would like to use.
Oh. How about animal handling since Apollo is like a doggy?
Like a doggy.
Unfortunately, no,
Or-
that does not apply to the spell.
How about I'm gonna intimidate the curse?
I would like to assist
Of
intimidating the
Apollo.
curse.
Sure.
I stand up and with all my might, I just
You will leave Apollo alone.
and I just start like shaking and I send it out.
Okay.
And
Go
And
ahead.
that's accompanied
roll.
with a.
I got a natural 1.
Well, you have
Oh.
advantage. You have advantage
Okay.
from Izzy. So
And you have my D8 bardic inspiration.
Oh, well,
Oh,
with
hell.
the D8 as well,
Oh,
that
you
is
can
going
roll-
to be
You roll it twice and take whichever one you want to choose because that's how mine works.
28.
Not necessary.
so Apollo, you see this spell basically being shot at the shroud. So it's being shot at you, but the shroud tries to intercept it. However, with the music and the intimidation coming from Winifred and the inspiration coming from you, your shroud turns bright white momentarily. And then
Interact with it while it's white.
you interact with it and it feels like jello. And then as you are interacting with it, you feel it turn to glass and it explodes. And with that, I need everybody to make me a dexterity saving throw.
Absolutely.
That's an oh yeah, followed by an oh no.
Right?
Oh
Oh no.
You said dex savings throw, right? Not just a dex check.
Correct.
Got it.
Oh no.
Oh no,
Hmm.
no.
Oh, no.
18 for Winifred.
Okay. Zumael.
A natural 1 becomes a 6.
Oh.
Oh no.
Oh, sweetie.
Okay. And is
What's even more impressive is that I rolled higher than you and got lower. That was a 2 that comes out to a 4 because I was too distracted by my own brilliance.
okay. And actually, Apollo, I forgot to say, you can save that roll for another time if you so choose. However, it explodes from you, so you don't actually have to make that dex saving throw.
Oh, such a good roll too.
Like I said, you can save it for your next one if you want.
I'm putting it in my pocket right now.
Okay. Winifred, you are going to take half of this. Zumael and Izzy, you're going to take the full.
It was so epic. It was worth it.
So 16 piercing damage.
Okay.
Like halved?
No.
That's
Halved
not full
is
Okay.
is for you. Or
Oh.
halved is 8.
Okay.
16.
Well, considering how that felt, I'm hoping that worked.
It broke the shroud.
A glass of me.
And
Well, I
hope
could do
it'll
that on
pick
all
out
of
some
you.
more glass.
Oh, maybe. I could do that on all of you. After a short rest.
I actually think it'd be smart for us to settle down and
You
recover
applied
a
lesser
bit.
restoration. If you need help, I can cover the numbers. I can do that on us as well.
You have lesser restoration?
I do, yes. There were some that came to the temple cursed, and I eased their way. Pulls big bits of glass out of her cheek.
And you know, if we find ourselves continually impaled, I can always offer the healing powers of music.
Also, that magic. It might be better to go. I think is it the Blue Kingdom? Don't they have a lot of the glowing people?
Yeah, I think that's right.
The
They
Blue
have-
Kingdom has the Fae.
I like the Fae.
I just don't like being on this. I like the boat, but if things come back, it's kind of a problem.
We can leave, Apollo. That's no trouble at all.
But we're actually gonna go through the yellow door. Yeah?
Yes,
Yes.
after all, since we're done in the red, the yellow is obviously the next choice.
Yeah.
That's
Of
not
course.
how a rainbow works, but all right.
We're skipping orange because we don't want Izzy to electrocute and die.
Exactly.
Oh, I wanted to explode.
Have fun in the hells.
I mean, Izzy might have fun in the hells.
So, like, activating my awareness thing again, since it's probably worn off after a while. Do I still see everyone's shroud, but mine is still gone?
Yes.
Use another.
Well, does anyone know how to get to the Blue Kingdom?
As I stroke the boat. Blue, please.
Yeah, so the boat takes you straight to this line of doors. of all of the different colors.
Look at that. Should we break the things before we go in, or like they're gonna follow us, right? Wherever we decide to go?
You know what? I gotta roll for Apollo's intelligence. Apollo has an idea, but Apollo's also not smart. That's how
Although
I have an idea.
I don't have any more of those spells until
I do, friend. I will assist
sleep.
this. I do, friend. I can assist this.
Oh, okay.
With your magic awareness, does Apollo see anything besides the normal doors?
You see a little bit of light of each color coming from each door, but other than that, no.
Okay. So Apollo's checking if there are more shrouds. Okay. Wherever you want to go, we can go. I'm tired and I'm just really tired and hungry.
Well, they're still listening to us. How many do you have, Zumael?
I can do the three of us.
Oh, okay. Let's do that.
Brace yourself.
Oh, okay.
Zoom, zoom, Zumael. Oh, yes, you'll help us well. Zoom, zoom, Zumael. Hope this all goes really well. With a bardic inspiration.
I really like that song.
Thank you.
Partially because it
Yeah.
has your name in it.
It's just genuinely inspiring. But yeah, I'll start the round of lesser illustrations on Winifred, and
Okay.
and Izzy and myself.
Go ahead. Either do Arcana or Religion,
Yep.
or you can choose a different skill to pitch to me.
It will probably be Religion. He will say a very quiet prayer, invoking the ancients of the sunlight. We will follow peace and prosperity to the edge of daybreak. Religion, that is a 19.
Okay. So you shoot this spell at Winifred, and Winifred, as soon as this spell hits the shroud, both you and Apollo can see it. The basically this gray cloud shimmers in front of you, Winifred, and you can see it now. And as soon as the spell hits it, and the spell almost goes through, it turns bright white. And at the moment that it turns bright white, everyone can see it. And then a few seconds later, it explodes again.
Oh, forgot about that part.
I didn't.
So did any of you take precautions?
I hope that we would have got like a minimum safe distance sort of thing going.
Sure.
Hopefully standing behind me.
Yeah, so I mean, you can all the boat's like 15 feet long. You can all get about 10 feet away, which is plenty of distance to be able to protect yourself from the glass.
Just follow everyone else's lead. And when Zumael said brace yourself, I like just hugged myself like,
Okay.
So a tiny part of you that was excited about a sudden glass explosion, and Zamil was like,
All right, who's next?
Izzy, my friend, I will perform the rites on myself last. I want to make sure that you are all protected first.
And Apollo's going to actually pick up Winifred and kind of hold her in one arm and put the shield over the others, like using the left, kind of cradling.
Oh, because there's going to be more glass. Oh, got it.
Yes. If this is okay.
Yeah.
All right, Zoom.
Bask in the sunlight, friends. Hopefully your metal power can spread as welcome as the dawn. And we'll cast Lesser Restoration. Hoping for the best with a religion, hopefully.
Sure.
No, where's my character sheet? You know, we are. And, now I've got to use the inspiration.
That's fair.
Yep. 18.
Okay. The same thing happens again.
Smashing.
Yes. Explosions.
Ah!
And the two of you who have since gotten relieved of your shroud now again feel the difference. The hairs on your neck are no longer standing up straight. You no longer feel like you're constantly being watched. You feel much more happy and free.
Everyone stay back as I free myself from this. And you actually hear Zumael go into a very long, Latinate sounding chant of. You hear tones of what our ears would sort of know as very lightly Arabic, but it's much more intricate than that compared to as it would sound properly. And certain words are repeated quite consistently as you see their eyes close and their eyes open with like unbearable to look at golden sunlight eventually coming through. Okay, that is another 19 without any inspirations. 19 on a religion.
Amazing. Yeah, the same thing happens with you, and you suddenly feel the hairs on the back of your neck lay back down as well. One thing I will note is that after you get rid of these shrouds, you will realize they probably weren't listening to you; they were just watching you. So it's still very good that you got rid of the shrouds, as they knew where you were going and knew what you were doing, but they weren't necessarily listening to everything you said.
And we all just kind of like generally understand this as soon as it happens.
Yeah.
Well, now that we no longer have a fear of the dark, shall we proceed to the blue?
Yes.
We can move under the guidance of the sun to the blue.
The sun? Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Hopefully the
Yes.
blue's the right way to go. I don't know where we're going.
It's the Fae. There's gonna be Fae. This is like my jam. Let's go.
Yes, this is a place that she would like to spread on her toast.
Onward,
just,
my
like,
friends.
Open the
Follows-
door.
Yep.
Paul's right
Rushing on
behind.
through.
I'm home.
So you rush through this door, and you feel this wave of undescribably, you can only use the word blue energy for it. And it washes over you as you walk into this kingdom. And as you walk through the door, you suddenly feel the ground beneath your feet become much more grassy and plains-esque. And you walk out, and the sun is just beating down. It's the perfect temperature. Whatever your perfect temperature is what it feels like here. And split directly down the middle of your sight is so there's one half is an island that looks to be made up of almost entirely forest, and then the other half is a vast expanse of ocean that you cannot see the end of.
That's a lot of water.
I vote we go away from the water and into the forest.
I'm just perfectly happy to see a bright noon sky, to be honest.
I'm gonna like get down and pick some of the grass and see if it's like real grass.
Oh, it is definitely real grass, except for the fact that it grows back immediately after you plant it.
I just start ripping it up, just like handfuls.
Look at guys. Look.
Please don't do that.
Who said that?
Oh, sorry, I forgot you can't see me. And this little figure suddenly appears in front of you as if they were invisible.
Ah!
And they're about 3 inches tall, and they have these giant blue wings, bright blue hair, and then they look like a tiny little humanoid otherwise.
I get down to their level.
They're
As does
flying
Izzy.
at your
I
face.
do not get down at their level.
You get down to that level.
Please don't rip up the grass. I know it regrows, but we don't really have much to do with the ripped up grass.
Okay.
And I put the ripped up grass in my pocket.
Save that for later.
Okay.
What's your name?
What?
What's your name?
Star Lily.
Star Lily. This is Star Lily, you guys.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi, Star Lily.
What?
Are you in charge?
I wouldn't say I'm in charge. I'm leader of the fairies.
You're the
I'm
leader,
leader
but
of
you're
the
not
fairies.
in charge.
There's fairies.
This kingdom is it has 3 people in charge. It's a very weird setup. But there's me, and then there's the leader of the pixies, and she like shudders. And then there's the leader of the ocean creatures.
What was that business right there?
What business?
Yeah, that little. You did a little something when you mentioned the pixies.
She like shudders again. I don't know what you're talking about.
Pixies.
And every time you say it, she like shudders, but she doesn't really realize what she's doing.
Pixie, 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 pixie.
Pixies, pixies.
Friends, please, let's not bother. I'll
She
mute.
just
I'll
like starts
do-
shaking. Please stop. I can tell you what I'm talking about now.
Oh, okay.
Yes, please do.
The pixies and the fairies, we don't really get along too well. The pixies are much more of the aggressive ones, and the fairies are much more of the diplomatic ones, and that's why we fairies come to meet anyone who comes through the gate. And the pixies are, in case anyone is aggressive. But we both get along with the ocean creatures. But we just don't get along with each other very well.
Why might that be?
The pixies aren't the nicest of creatures.
Zoom said that about devils, and we met Cake.
Yeah, Cake was the nicest.
Cake. Does cake mean something different to you than it does to us?
Cake is an affectionate name we gave to the leader and coordinator of the Red Kingdom.
Oh,
He had layers.
Much like a cake.
he is very nice. Yes, that
He
is
had a
true.
beautiful singing voice.
I've never heard him sing.
I already gave him my card.
Okay.
Lily,
Friends, we're confusing some of them.
do you happen to have any information on the city of glass and the glass stuff?
We were sent to inquire by the princess from the Crystal Kingdom.
Oh, Angel sent you. I should have known. I should have known by the necklaces. Of course. Please. I'm so sorry about my manners. I should have been much nicer. Please come with me. Let me take you to meet the others, and I can tell you what I know when we get there.
Guess what, Star Lily?
Lead the way, please.
What?
We were haunted by Jello.
Those from the City of Glass had means of intruding, but all is well now.
Oh. Completely random question. What's Jello?
It's like,
Something truly delicious and something I'm sure Angel could possibly put on their next banquet. You'd like it.
Oh. I shall request it.
Not haunted Jello, though.
No, never asked.
Never haunted Jello.
I will make sure to specify not haunted Jello. Got it. And she like snaps her fingers and this teeny tiny little pad of paper appears in front of her and she just starts like writing with a quill. And then she snaps her fingers again and it's just like poofs in like a little bit of glitter.
I do have a very important question. Will there be food where we're going?
Do you want there to be food?
I think we've all worked up quite a bit of an appetite at this point.
Have you eaten everything out of your lunchbox?
Have I?
No, the lunchbox refills itself.
Yes, I have.
I mean, yeah, there could be food. I'm not really sure it'll be to your liking, but we can have food.
Excellent.
Sure.
Well, that's all I need to be able to move forward.
We follow.
I would just like to take a nap. I've been up since we got here, and we've gone to a lot of places.
Yes, this is true. A good power nap would probably do us something good.
Well, I've been told that the fairies have very comfortable beds. We make them out of leaves and dandelions, our yeah, it's a lot of fun. And I can definitely enlarge them so that they fit you.
That would
Sounds
be
good
very
to me.
gracious, thank you.
And we don't really have the normal day cycles here, but it's kind of getting to when the normal world calls nighttime. And so, I mean, if you need a place to stay, you can stay here. We don't really sleep, so we can protect you. And not many things come into this kingdom.
If you don't sleep, why do you have beds?
Because they're comfortable.
Okay, that's a fair point.
We sleep because it's fun, not because we need it.
Oh, I forgot. I don't think Winifred sleeps either. I think she has that special warlock thing where she doesn't need to sleep.
Apollo definitely needs to sleep. It specifically says I have to sleep at least 12 hours to get a short rest. But
Oh, dang.
Apollo will follow the not pixie.
I see. Apollo was on the teenage sleep cycle.
Yes.
Yes.
Sleep 12, stay at 32.
Yes.
Correct. Yes, I can attest to that. Okay, so the fairy leads you to this clearing, and she leads you through the forest to this clearing, and this clearing basically looks like there's a roof made out of vines on top of it, and so, but there somehow is still sunlight inside of it, and there's all of these little tiny fairy homes made out of gourds and acorns and all the different types of things that you would find in nature, and lots of glitter, which, as you know, does not go away.
I feel like as we're going through, Izzy is just constantly brushing themselves, trying to get any remnant glitter off, and just unsuccessfully.
So every
Apollo has
time,
accepted the fact.
every time you try and brush the glitter away, more appears where you would try to brush it away.
While we're walking along, I'm gonna like look at the fairies as we're walking alongside them, and then take my cloak and like throw it over my head and polymorph into a fairy to fly alongside them. Can I do that, or is it only animals?
Polymorph is supposed to be beasts, but I'm not gonna say no.
Okay.
So
I was gonna say, if that won't work, then how about a fly?
no, it'll work because I said so.
I just
So instead of turning into like a regular fairy, you turn into a goblin with wings. A very little tiny goblin with wings.
Please look at me. I got smaller.
And squeakier. Majestic.
I'm
I'm glad you're having fun. I can't get this stuff off.
Zuma.
Apollo's first gonna still be white, and I'm gonna use magic awareness again, as I'm paranoid looking for more shrouds around the fairies.
So the fairy in front of you does not have any shrouds. However, when you walk into the village, every once in a while there are fairies with shrouds upon them.
The shrouds are still here.
Where? On us? Do you see them?
Not on us, but on. And Apollo has terrible social cues, so literally just points at each person with a shroud. And them. And them. And them.
You.
Just me. You.
The people that you point at look at you very strangely and then just keep flying and talking with whoever they're flying with. Usually, unless besides the Star Lily who's flying with you, none of the fairies fly by themselves. There are other people with them almost constantly. Also, Winifred, when you turn to fairy size, one of the trees hands you this little leaf bucket that seems to be filled with green glitter.
Oh no.
If I could just before you go decadent enthusiastic, Jamil's just gonna dip 2 fingers in to just sort of just go like this.
Absolutely. Yeah.
As you were, Winifred.
Oh no, what were you gonna say?
No, just because Zumael knows you're gonna make some sort of grand display. I just wanted to do the
I'm gonna look at Izzy and try to gauge just how genuinely irritated Izzy is by the glitter on him.
Izzy pays you absolutely no mind because he is absolutely irritated with all the glitter on him.
There's far too much color.
I'm gonna hold the bucket to the side. I'm gonna take my other hand and I'm gonna cast Prestidigitation on Izzy to try and get rid of all the glitter.
Okay, you can do that.
I do that? Okay, so I just kind of and then get rid of your glitter, Izzy. And then I look at Apollo and Zumail and
Apollo is heavily distracted by the shroud, so doesn't really acknowledge the request directly, but doesn't say no.
Yeah, Zumael just sort of goes like this, so the goes here and goes in there.
I just absolutely cover the 2 of you in glitter, but make sure none of it gets on Izzy.
Okay. So now Apollo and Zumael are covered in green glitter. As are you, Winifred. That just kind of couldn't be avoided. However, as soon as you start doing this, the trees take notice. The same tree that handed you the leaf bucket of glitter has a leaf bucket of its own, however much larger. And it is going to take it
Same tree.
and dump
that
it
handed
all
you
over
the leaf
all of
bucket
you.
of glitter.
It has a leaf bucket of its own. And it is rainbow glitter. So all of the colors. And so now all of you are covered in rainbow glitter.
Oh, it's going to be real hard to gauge Apollo's feelings.
Oh yeah.
Like push down a little bit by the weight, shake it off my wings, and then back up.
And is Izzy in full glory is just gonna let out an and just this rainbow glitter covered, spiked, black makeup, white hair and everything is just gonna just be this puff of just explosive rainbow glory with, this death metal scream.
Rainbow metal. You're welcome.
Rainbow
Yes.
metal. Isn't it? Yeah. Nice.
Star Lily is going to talk in a language that you are all unfamiliar with to the tree. She seems like she is scolding it.
I'm gonna prestidigitate Izzy's glitter off again.
There you go.
You prestidigitate most of it off.
I
It-
get some of it, and then I give up after a little bit because there's just so much, and he's just kind of like,
Yeah.
oh, I don't want to get too close.
It's embedded in the spikes now.
Yeah, now the
You
spike
can't disperse the glitter curse.
And Star Lily will come over to Apollo, noticing the lack of ability to gauge emotions, and will kind of pat him on, or pat them on the head, and some of the glitter shakes off. So you're still very glittery, but you can now see the color of Apollo's fur.
You'll notice that it's, with some of the glitter removed, the fur is now black.
Okay.
So, Star Lily, do you know anything about, particularly the city of glass and the glass things that's happened here?
I mean, I know some of it. I don't know everything. I mean, even the princess doesn't know everything. I know that some of my fairies have been taken. And I believe some of the pixies have too, but much less of them than the fairies. I'm not really quite sure why. Usually it happens on the day after our festivals. But I don't know. I have noticed that some creatures have been coming here lately that aren't supposed to be here. And they look to be made out of the same glass that the castle or the city is made of. And really, the creatures seem to be one creature from each kingdom. It's really quite weird because the kingdoms don't usually typically work together. But in this case, they did. I'm not really quite sure. I didn't get the memo, I guess.
They all look like glass. So.
We ran into something not too different when we were in the Red Kingdom.
Oh.
Yes, these what would you call them? Snakes, bugs,
Fire
all made of
snakes.
They're like
glass.
evil snakes.
Things that were native to the Red Kingdom, but made of clear red glass, as well as some sort of built, constructed creature made of glass.
And Apollo will like reach into their satchel and pull out like, it's like the part that shattered but weren't like too small, like the bigger chunks of glass of the pieces they collected from the people they tried to like save. Like this kind of glass, right? But see, this is red.
So when you pull the glass out of your satchel, all of the color is gone. But she looks at it and she's like, well, I mean, yes, that kind of glass, but typically the creatures that are here or come here are the blue ones. Or green.
The princess said their essence. That's why there's no more color.
Have there been many disappearances from the Water Kingdom? So the people below the wave's been taken as well.
I'm not quite sure. They don't. Most of them don't really speak. And it's kind of hard to communicate with them, especially when it was an interesting choice on the princess and the princess's part. But the leader is a dolphin, and it's very hard to understand the dolphin. So I haven't really been able to ask them.
Let's go ask the dolphin.
Do you speak dolphin?
I'm gonna unpolymorph and turn back into a regular goblin. And I'm gonna say,
Well, I could speak with animals, and a dolphin is an animal.
That would make sense. After you ask me all your questions and you can rest if you need to. I can lead you to the easiest place to get into the water part.
Okay.
Thank you.
What do you guys think?
I want to also know if Starlin, if you know where to get to the City of Glass.
Well, in what manner do you mean?
Note that the princess and Cake said there's no way to really get in, but we don't even know where it is. We saw the other places.
Well, I can tell you, it is in the same spot the crystalline castle is, but on the other side of the rainbow. So the crystal castle sits like here, and all of the rainbow kingdoms are down here. And so if this was purple, the glass kingdom or the glass city is over here.
So in theory, we could very easily find it if we just leave through Violet.
That is the idea.
Rainbows are made of light. Glass. Is there a place that's really dark here?
I guess the darkest place would be Violet. Maybe that's why they chose the end of the rainbow. I'm not really quite sure. I don't know. I could tell you the brightest place would either be yellow or orange. Not sure of the darkest though.
I'm ready if you guys are.
what color is Apollo right now?
Apollo is where to go? Gray.
Gray. Okay. I'm gonna just kind of come up to Apollo and like look for permission before I put like a because you're like in dog form, right? Like almost, or are you?
Yeah, like
actually...
it's a lot more dog-like in the way that they have their shifter form. Less humanoid, more dog-like.
Got it. Okay, so I'm gonna like look for permission, and then if I get it, I'm gonna put my hand on your back while we walk along and just kind of like comforting. Yeah. All right.
No scratches, no pets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The first shifts slightly to like a pinkish gray.
Okay. Cool.
Let's go get some rest.
So the Star Lily is going to lead you to this larger cabin-esque place that's just on the outskirts of the clearing, that is made out of logs and is kind of woven together with vines. And the roof looks like it's made out of leaves, like very large leaves, but you can tell is much more sturdy than it looks like. And she leads you inside, and there are 4 beds, each made out of very large dandelions and some more of these large leaves, on a vine bed frame. And then and then there's some feathers stuffed inside of like a leaf pillowcase type deal, on the edge of the bed as well.
Ooh.
Oh my god, this is so cozy.
Unexpectedly so. You didn't expect leaves to have this kind of insulation. Before Zumail actually gets in bed, he takes his holy symbol. They take the holy symbol off, and just very quietly, like, kneels by the side of the bed like you do when you're a kid. Quietly prays to himself before.
Apollo like looks at all the beds and then finds a spot in the middle of the room on the floor. He kind of like does the circle walk and then kind of makes their spot in the middle of the ground instead of on the bed.
Izzy face plants the bed with one leg hanging off. So when he made that previous comment, it was more like.
Actually, yeah. To which Zumail would technically then say, "Yes."
The Star Lily will offer you, Apollo, almost like she will basically snap her fingers, and make almost a dog beds type situation out of pretty much the same materials, after you do the circle walk.
Oh, I'm allowed to, like on the ground kind of, I'm allowed to sleep on that?
You can sleep on this or in the beds, whichever you would prefer.
I'm used to having the floor. As Apollo kind of goes over to the bed and like starts investigating it for a while, and then like Semi pounces on it and like, then lays down.
And the fairy, seeing your tallness and your size, she will elongate the bed just a little bit.
Apollo then stretches out with bright blue fur.
And then at the same time after that kind of happens, she will kind of like put her hand in the air and then kind of slowly move it down, and then the light in here starts dimming, as if she was moving the dimmer on a light, and she leaves just a tad bit of sunlight in the room, and then she says, if you need anything, let me know. I'll be right in the village, and if you have any more questions when you wake up, I'd be happy to answer them.
Okie dokie.
Thank you, Solidity, for your excellent help and hospitality.
Of course. Oh, and Izzy, when you wake up, I will have lots of food for you.
Izzy kind of has a like perks up slightly at the word of hearing food, and then falls back asleep.
Okay.
I pull the grass out of my pocket and like tuck it next to me and like tuck it in for sleep.
While we're laying there, Apollo is going to use the last charge of the magic awareness, particularly to see if any of that shroud-like energy at all is anywhere around.
So you're going to notice that this place is specifically void of any of that energy. Almost as if the fairies that are in the village were specifically instructed to not go near the cabin. as to let you rest in peace.
Apollo will simply relax partially.
We can all rest well.
And as we're falling asleep, I'm going to cast Speak with Plants to say goodnight to the grass.
You get this very happy feeling from the plants. Usually, typically the way that I do, I'm not sure if this is what the spell says or not, but plants I don't typically say have words. But they can portray feelings and emotions and pictures.
Got it.
So you will get a very happy emotion coming from the grass. Maybe still a little bit of pain, but happy.
I hold it close.
I mean, you did just rip it out of the ground, so.
Off to Neverland.
And you have the opportunity to take a long rest,
Yay!
which will include next week. You will be able to level up, or you'll be leveled up for next week.
What?
So,
Ooh.
I did not think we were going to get to do that this summer.
Yeah,
Me
no.
neither.
Oh, okay.
So you'll be level 11s.
Starting, okay. Apollo will take a long rest and will be yellow through the night.
okay, amazing.
Yellow's a color that Zumail finds comforting, but is unsure if that's a good color for follow.
You know, you win some, you lose some.
Yeah, fair enough.
Right. Okay, so you take your long rest, and you, after you wake up, the light in the cabin has basically done like a full night cycle of light. So basically the fairy put it at dusk when you went to sleep, and then it's now dawn, and the sunlight is actually what wakes you up.
Apollo dawn.
Yes. And after a few moments of it being dawn, the fairy you'll hear this tiny little knock on the door.
Apollo will actually lurch immediately to their feet, and there will be noticeably more humanoid in appearance.
There's sunlight. There's knocking.
I just start slapping Izzy and Zumail.
Zumail was out. Zumail was awake. Zumail was sort of like very like on the knees, sort of sun, like doing almost like the sun salutation yoga stance, but also literally sort of in prostrate worshiping the sun. I don't know why, but in my head I feel like Izzy's spokes had sort of impaled into the leaves of the bed, and they were sort of like stuck. I don't know why that image was in my head.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely. The moment that Izzy is startled awake by Winifred, like all his spikes are just like covered with like leaves that just came up with the bedding with him as he's.
Sounds about right. Sounds about right.
And hearing the commotion inside the room, the fairy will like slowly open the door and like stick her head in, which you only notice because the knock was very tiny and you are in a city of fairies, so like you were expecting something small, but she like really blends in with the backgrounds, and then she like sticks her head in. She's like, are you okay?
Just waking up from a slumber. All is well, friend.
Oh, good. I heard shouting, and leaves ripping. I was very confused. I just wanted to make sure you were okay.
The bed was so comfortable. I wanted to take part of it with me on our journey.
Oh, you could take all of it. You don't have to take part of it.
Wait, really?
Sure.
I start stuffing the bed,
Uh,
my
uh,
bed
wait.
into a bag.
Wait.
Am I hurting this one too?
No. No. And she like snaps her fingers, and all of the beds turn into these little teeny tiny things. And she
I
gives
can't
you.
sleep on this.
Well, I'm aware of that, but it's really easy for transport.
She hands us the bed in very small little cubes.
And she hands you all this little like button, like one of those buzzers. She hands one to each of you, and she's like, "Well, if you press this, it'll make it big, and if you press it twice, it'll make it small again."
And upon seeing that, like everybody will see as she said that, Apollo was like halfway about to put the bed in their mouth. It was like,
No, Apollo, don't do that.
No, do it.
so we need to. Are we really going to the water place?
To speak with the dolphin.
You don't have to. You could stay here, but I think your friends would miss you.
Well, I don't know if that's where we have to go. Just it's hard to be safe in water. I'm not very good at things in water.
Do you not know how to swim?
I know how to swim, but I don't like when my fur gets wet.
They're good doggy paddlers.
We will not make you go into the water, friend.
And she like looks at you for a second, like pondering, and she like disappears, and then like poofs back into the room with this little like tub of gel. And she starts like coming up to you and starts like putting this gel on your fur. Give it like 2 seconds to dry. And as soon as it dries, she like comes up to you and like puts her hand out asking for your hand.
Apollo puts their massive hand down onto theirs.
And she like has this tiny cup of water, and she like pours it on your hand, and then she like rubs it off, and all of the water is like expelled from your fur.
And you'll see like Apollo's a bright blue.
You're waterproof now.
I'm ready now.
We need to make you lightning proof, Izzy.
Things can happen.
I can't help with that. We don't really have lightning here. It's kind of it kind of is very dangerous in a world that is pretty much solely water and trees.
Yeah. I'm ready now to talk to the dolphin.
Let's go for a swim.
Do you want to eat first?
You might not be ready yet. I thought we were gonna have food.
Yes, I thought we were going to have
How
food.
could I forget?
I'd like food.
Yes.
Okay.
All the food.
Well, I don't think you'll fit in our main hall. But I can bring it here. So, if that's okay.
You're saying that we also get room service?
Yeah.
Sounds
This is
good
the
to
best
me.
gig ever.
And she like claps her hands, and this humongous table appears in front of you with like all of these different like breakfast foods on top of it. But Izzy, much to your chagrin, each of one of them is covered in edible glitter.
Free food.
And the one thing that you will notice is that there is a small little seaweed looking thing on the table. That's the only thing on the table that does not look like it is breakfast food.
And
I'm gonna
Summer
say hi
Blossom,
to
what
it.
is-
Wait, what were you gonna say, Zumail?
I was just saying, Summer Blossom, what is this? But like, obviously, Winifred speaking to the seaweed's much more.
Well, that there is specifically designed to help you breathe underwater. I don't mean to presume, but you don't really look like creatures that can breathe underwater. And it's kind of important if you're going to go to the underwater kingdom to, be able to breathe. Unless you don't need to breathe, and then it doesn't matter. But I thought I'd bring it just in case.
Yeah, I tried breathing underwater once. It didn't work out so well.
Maybe is that
No.
how you died?
No, that must have been something else. This was mostly just I was just trying to see if I could do it. It didn't work.
Oh.
Was it a dare? It smells like a dare.
It might have been a dare.
Yes.
And with that is where we're going to end for today. And so I'm going to have my players go around and tell the audience where they can find you where they can find you on the internets. And thank you so much to everyone who watched. Adam, why don't you go first?
Right. I write for the Apotheosis Studios blog, brewing many monsters and magic items for you to use in your own games. I also write about PC and tabletop gaming on my website, fantasticuniverses.com. And for Let's Plays of varying quality, you can find me on YouTube at The Hostile Atmosphere. Follow me on Twitter at IsItTinkerer, and I want to apologize because I did not know where this allergic reaction came from and I felt really gross and snotty. But I made through, and today was great. But yes,
Sending love.
those places.
May the sun
Yes.
bless you.
Yes.
Oh,
Beth.
Hello, I am Beth the Bard. You can find me at It's Beth the Bard on like anything. I just kind of wiped that username out on all the socials. So yeah, that's it.
And are you going to be doing something soon?
I am going to be running I'm going to be DMing a show here on Gilding Light soon. I will tell more about it next week though.
Okay.
But it's coming up very soon and I'm really excited to DM it. And yes.
Yes. I figured you probably didn't have too much details yet, but to get people excited and
Something cool.
something cool is coming up. And I will say I'm involved, and I believe Casual is as well. So yeah. Izzy. No, not Izzy. Eddie.
Yes.
Well, you know what? Close enough. Two sides of the same coin. Hi, everyone. I'm Eddie, your local Discount Bard. You can find me on all the various social medias and on Twitch at Discount Bard. You'll often find me doing hosting Sea of Thieves game nights and also other variety content on my channel. And I also will float around onto various channels doing D&D content. In fact, I may even be trying to combine the two at some point in the near future, working my way towards DMing a Sea of Thieves tabletop RPG game.
ooh.
Would be really cool.
More to come on that in a little while, but it's in the works.
I like that a lot. Let me know if you ever need anything with that. And last, but certainly not least, Casual.
I am Casual. You can find me on all social media at casual_Campbell. That includes MySpace, AOL. But if you hit me up on that, I don't know what area you're in, but let's make it work.
Man.
On Twitch, I do Dungeons and Dragons Variety Gaming. I am starting a new series starting in 2 weeks. Forge of Fate, D12 stuff. I'm doing a lot of stuff on my channel where I'll be DMing a bunch of new content with a bunch of wonderful people and writing my own TTRPG. It's all magical things that we're all having a good time with, casually, of course.
Fantastic. Thank you so much, everyone, for playing and everyone for watching. I have been your Dungeon Master. My name is Fenway Jones, also known as Fenway the Teen DM on Twitter and at Jasper's Game Day on all of the social medias. You can also find my link tree on my Twitter as well as my Patreon, where I run games monthly. And you should definitely go check that out because it's going to be a lot of fun. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you, DC, in the backgrounds for producing this. And we will see you next week, same time, same place.
Bye.